As we start the new year, it's important that you have a plan in place that will put you down the path of securing your financial future. Now, one way to do this is by having a solid investment plan in place. Now, I think investment plans, especially for beginners, should be easy to implement and easy to follow. With all the financial advice that's out there, it's difficult to find a plan that will work for you. In today's video, I'm going to be going over 3 investments to make to secure your financial future. The first investment that I'm making is in the stock market. Now, the stock market has historically had a 7 to 10% return on your investment year over year. And there are some years where it will outperform that 10% average. Now, if you look at 2023, we had a huge bounce back in the market and it outperformed the upper 10% average annual return. Now, the stock market is a fantastic option because it has a very low barrier to entry and you can get started with not a lot of money in your account. Now, at the beginning of this year, I kicked off a $5 a day investment challenge. I'll link that in the video somewhere, either here or here. Check out that video where I cover how easy it is to get started with investing in the stock market. The majority of my investments are in ETFs, which allow you to purchase a large number of stocks in an individual fund, and it takes you out of the position of having to select individual stocks. This is one of the main reasons why I like to invest in ETFs, because it allows me to put my stock investment on autopilot. My investments in ETFs are broken down into 4 different categories. The first category is the S&P 500 index. The second category is the total US stock market. The third category that I invest in is in an aggressive growth ETF. And the fourth investment that I invest in is a gold ETF. I make the same purchases within my brokerage account every other week, month after month, and year after year. My overall plan is to continue to purchase ETFs every single month that will allow me to combine that with my 401k that I invest in through my employer to ensure that I have enough cash during my retirement years to where I'll never have to work again. I'm absolutely not going to be depending on Social Security or the federal government to take care of me. So I'm taking these actions to help to secure my financial future. If you're getting some value from this video, consider subscribing, and while you're at it, hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. Now, the second investment that I'm making is in real estate. Now, a few years ago, I flipped a condo in the Atlanta area and saw a nice return on my investment once that property was listed and it was sold. And once that deal was done, it made me really start to focus on purchasing real estate. Now, this is right around the time where interest rates really started to spike. It turned off a lot of buyers in the market. Now, the market that I'm currently in is absolutely a seller's market, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. But I'm not gonna let that discourage me from making an investment in this space. One of my goals for 2024 is to purchase a rental property in my area. Now, I'm gonna have to be very creative on how close to the city that I get. I understand that the location may play a factor, but my main goal is not going to be how much month over month income that this property can produce right away. My goal is going to be to focus on long-term appreciation, which the area that I'm in has seen a huge bounce in the housing market and the pricing in this market. So that is absolutely what I'm going to be focusing on, because let's remember, I'm focusing on making these investments that will allow me to secure my financial future. I may have to sacrifice a little bit on the month over month income that a rental could produce in order to add an asset to my portfolio that will allow me to hit my financial goals. So there are a lot of strategies out there when it comes to purchasing investment properties, but the things that you have to factor in whenever you're deciding to make this purchase is the location of the property appreciation in that city or in that area, and what are your long-term goals. So if you're looking to prioritize monthly income over asset appreciation, then you may want to take a look at purchasing short-term rentals and doing something such as an Airbnb. But again, in my case, I'm focusing on long-term appreciation and growth for this asset class. The third investment that I'm making is in cryptocurrency. The SEC just approved 11 ETFs to be traded on the exchange. And this is big for the crypto market because it signals to me that cryptocurrency is here to stay. It's not a fad like some people thought it was going to be. And I think the recent decision that was made by the SEC to approve cryptocurrency ETFs will pave the way for long-term growth in this space. Now, I am not an expert on crypto, and that's okay if you're not either. So my main focus in this space will be to continue to invest in Bitcoin, but I'll also be investing in a crypto ETF that will give me wide exposure across a large number of coins, meaning that I do not have to be an expert in the cryptocurrency space in order to invest in crypto. Now, this will be a smaller percentage of my overall portfolio, but I do want to have this asset class in my portfolio. Combining these three investments will allow me to have a solid portfolio because I'm looking at investing as a marathon and not a sprint. In my opinion, investing should be boring because you're making the same investments month after month, year over year, and you're making small tweaks to your portfolio every quarter or twice a year to ensure that your investments are still tracking to hit your financial goals. If you like this content, click on the suggested video to keep watching.